Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Journal with Me video. You know, the one where I don't journal at all. Okay, we have got some decorating to do. This is even more of my daughter's and my fantabulous trip to Savannah, Georgia. There is so much that needs to go on this page. I don't even know what day it was, to be quite honest. So this was on a Sunday. We did so much this day as well. I have the previous videos in, the Journal with Me playlist in case you want to know, or go back and see those. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. I appreciate each and every one of you. And so let's get started. Whew, we did a lot this day. Okay, so I've kind of set it up to where I think, cross your fingers, I want it to go. This might be an extra long video, so go ahead and feel free to go up to that little tool or whatever it's called thing, icon up at the top, change the settings on it, speed it up if you want to, whatever you want to do. But I hope you enjoy how this page gets going. Okay, so I've kind of put them in order of, my piles in order of things we did that day. So the very first thing we did was we went to 2 cracked eggs for breakfast. Then we went to the Wormslow State Historic Site. So I have some stickers here to possibly decorate with. Um, let's see, is there anything? No, nothing on the back. Then I got this bag that held my stickers. And then in here, I have the historic site map, which was super cool. And then some lovely pictures. Yeah, me, my beautiful girl. And these are just gorgeous pictures that she took. There we are again. There I am just living my best life, right? Yes. And the front walk, which was a very long walk, albeit, um, was just lined with these beautiful live oak trees. It was such a gorgeous setting. So we had so much fun. So let's try to start on that. Now, I think what I did not get out was I have this right here, my little inks. So we're going to see how we can get this done. I think I'm just going to put these pictures right back in here. Let's see here. We're going to turn this around perhaps. I don't know. Okay, this here. Oh, here's another picture of us. Okay, let me see how I want to do this. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get this out. All right, we're going to actually glue this in like this. No, we're not. I'm sorry. We are not gluing it in. We are going to make this a tip in. There has to be a lot of tips and tucks and all that to provide space for all of the wonderful things we did. Okay, so let us just do this. We've got some washi tape here. Yeah. So how are you guys doing? I know so many people do, not me, I'm not one of them, but but I do know, so many people, um what is it called? They have like separate trip journals, which would have been great, but for me, I do not do separate trip journals. I have tried in the past and they just never work out. I never seem to sit down and have time to finish anything off, and that's super annoying to me. So, generally speaking, let me scooch this up a bit. I do not do trip journals. Do you guys do trip journals? Just curious. All right, we're going to try to do it like that. All right, let's bring this back and then we'll try to put it on here close to the edge as we can. All right, kind of straight, huh? Okay, we'll flip this out. This book is getting so chunky. Anyway, back to, what was I saying? Trip journals. Yeah. I mean, I have done very small ones in the past, I guess you could say, but like I have, in my closet, I have, bunches of like bags and all this stuff, if, well, I shouldn't say bunches, like a few collections of things, right? We took a huge trip one year and we went to like Graceland and all that kind of stuff. I do believe that was like for my son's graduation. And I couldn't tell you whether it was graduation from college or high school. I don't know. I don't remember. It was that long ago. So, it's still sitting there, folks. It is still sitting there. Yeah. So I'm not very good at doing separate journals because I work in this journal. You know, I mean, well, let's face it, I don't work in it daily, but it has all of my daily things, goings on. Okay, so in here, let us see. So we went to Two Cracked Eggs, which was very, very nice. It was like and where did my pictures go now? Oh, here they are. Okay, so we need to cut these down a bit. It was a very nice, cute little quaint, place right across from our hotel. So it was a very short walk, which was nice because we walked and walked and walked this day, but super fun indeed. We did so much. Oh my goodness. When you're at a place for, just a weekend or whatever, um, you want to just try to shove everything in that you possibly can. And we did, let me tell you. And there were even some things that we couldn't do due to health, But we had a fantastic time, let me tell you. Okay, so I think, well, how do I want to put this here? Okay, this can go up here like so, right? I think. Because there's not really too much I want to say about it, other than this is where we had breakfast. It was really cute, quaint. This is my daughter's breakfast. She loves biscuits and gravy, and I had like a scramble thing with a biscuit. So yeah, not too much, to say about that, but I did want to make sure to, put it on here. Now, what I might do is cut this out a little differently because I don't like that it's kind of square like that. And the owners must have been like faith-based, because they had some verses on the little menu board. So that was nice. It was just a really cute little place. So we had a yummy breakfast to get us going for the day because we knew that it was going to be a super long day. Oh, I also hope that you can see everything well because it is extremely gloomy. Yes, it's extremely gloomy out today. We're supposed to be getting a chilly front, right? Yeah, it's supposed to be, I don't even know. I'm filming this on, just to give you an idea. What is it? The 29th. Okay, so Halloween is fast approaching. And yeah. Um, and on Halloween night, I think our temperatures are going to be, see, that's so much better, right? Okay, so we're just going to do that. All right. Our temperature, I think my husband said the temperature for Halloween night is going to be, here's the question though. I think I'm just going to do it like this. It's just easier, right? Or should I make it more eye appealing? I don't know. I don't think it really matters. Anyway, temperature is supposed to be in the high 50s. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for Halloween, which will be great for all the trick-or-treaters. Going around in their costumes and such. We've had our neighborhood talking about, who's doing candy and all that kind of stuff. So, and can I tell you, I know you guys have heard before, we don't celebrate Halloween. But I'm not going to take away that fun, stuff, you know, uh, from other kids, especially the little ones, or big ones. It doesn't matter. But anyway, when we lived in our old neighborhood back in Miami, we lived out in the country. So we lived on like 1 square block. There were only like 13 houses back there, not too many kids. So they always, went to other neighborhoods and such to, do their Halloween, so we never gave out candy for over 20 years, Then we moved up here, and the first place we lived up here, because yes, we've moved twice. The first place we lived up here was like a gated community, which ours is too. But anyway, that doesn't make a difference. Um, what they did in our first community was they did something like almost like a trunk or treat or whatever they call that. Sorry if I bumped the table. Um, I'm just putting this on here to, not get glue all over my fingers and all over the pictures and all that, but still to try to adhere this. All right, so there's that. Okay. I might, do in my own lettering breakfast or something. I do always, of course, reserve the right to add or take away from these pages as we go along. However, if you really want to see how the very ending turned out, look into my flip through playlist because I have flip throughs and explanations of everything, So what you see here is like the immediate decoration of the pages, not necessarily the end result. So hope that makes sense. Okay, then over here, let us just go ahead. I think we'll just go ahead and put this in, which I should have done differently, but that's okay because you can still see Wormslow up there. Okay, this I am going to put right here. And then these are going to go, inside here. Now, let me see. And then I'm going to write about our breakfast in Wormslow and stuff, I think, in here, perhaps. I don't know. All right, let's see if we have something that we could maybe, just to add a little something, something, right, to this bag. And then, but then I don't know if I like that or not. Or if I just like it like this, with perhaps a white border. Yeah, I might do that. I have a piece of white paper right here that'll work out fine. All right, what was I saying? Do you see my tape? I just had it. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we had such an awesome time. And my daughter is so great. I mean, I know I've told you in the previous Savannah trip, you know, uh, journal with me, is that she planned every little thing on this trip, right? There were certain things that, she really wanted to go see and do. And this was one of them. And when her and her boyfriend were up there, they did not get to go here. And it is just a really beautiful park. Now, there is no like house, estate, I guess I should say. It's strictly grounds. And it has a few little things you can see and stuff, but it was a lot of fun. It was a super amount of walking, can I just tell you? Okay. It was a long walk, but and then of course me, which it all depends. So both my daughter and I have chronic illness, and it does affect our heart rate and various things. And so the heat, if it's too hot, we can get into trouble. Yeah, just a variety of things that it can go wrong. you know and so they did have a tram, almost like a hayride kind of thing. And so my daughter says, "Oh, they have a tram out there to the site. Do you want to just do the tram?" And but that would have meant that we would have missed that beautiful live oak. We would have been driving it, not walking it. But I know my daughter, and I know that yeah, that looks better. I know that she loves taking pictures. So I was like, no, let's just walk. Well, good gravy day. We were at this park. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. We were at this park for like 4 hours, like walking and walking and walking. But it was such a beautiful day. And, we were both in dresses, and it was just super comfortable out, aside from my feet. Can I tell you, when I got home on Monday, I couldn't even see my ankles. Oh my goodness. Yeah. They're back and I'm happy. So, but they were not. I mean, my ankles were not happy. Oh, but it was so much fun. So much fun. I love going and spending time with my daughter. We do it every chance we get, not necessarily going out of town, but like if her boyfriend's working that weekend, then, we'll get together. And I think I'm going to kind of put this in the middle-ish. We'll just do that. Yeah, then she'll say, oh, hey, you want to go out shopping or whatever. And we do. And it's lovely. Okay. I think I might just go ahead and put some of these stickers on if I can get them off of here. What is happening here? What the? How do you get them off? All right, here we go. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put maybe this one up here. It was such a beautiful sight. Oh my goodness, it was so beautiful. And then maybe we'll put this one down here because this is like it's like a Savannah, Savannah meaning, I guess, like a wooded wetland. I don't know. We have them here where we live too. So, and then, why not just use them all? Because I don't need that. All right. And then we'll just put this one right here, I guess. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay. So there is that. Okay. So when we got back from this, we went to up to our room, I think, for a tiny little rest. I'd have to look. And then we went to this place here, and it's the Riverside Beer Garden. So down at the hotel that we were staying at, it had like a river walk, went all along the river. I don't even know what river it is. It's in Savannah somewhere. Anyway, it was just beautiful. And you could see these huge, like, container cargo ships go by. I mean, huge. And then they also had a Savannah riverboat ride. And so we just sat there. It was kind of gloomy out by that afternoon. And so it was sprinkling a little bit. There was oh man, my nail just broke. There was a couple that had just gotten married and they were taking pictures. And then we were just sitting there having we got some beverages, and we got a big old German pretzel with some cheese, beer cheese, and mustard. And then there's the riverboat that was passing by. So that was really cool. Okay, so with this one here, I'm going to tip this in. So I think I'm actually going to tip it in over here. I like things to go like this, right? Not necessarily down or up. Don't ask me. I don't know what my problem is. Okay. But I do want to put something on the back of here because I'll put this picture on here and then I'll write about it. So let's just figure out what we can use. Okay. So we were kind of just taking a rest and people watching, and it was nice. I don't know if it'll have to do. So we'll just go like this. Okay, and no. All right, let's scooch this. I have my glue stuff right over here if you can't see it. All right, so yeah, so that was fun. Just hanging out, people watching, taking a little rest because we've been gone all morning and walking our faces off. But it was very nice. Very nice indeed. And the weather was just gorgeous like the whole time. This was the only sign of rain that we had the entire time we were there. The temperatures, in the morning were very comfortable, like in the 50s. And then whoops, oh man, come on. Let's see. Okay. And then in the evenings or in the afternoons, it did get sort of warm, I have to say. But then, I'm just trying to push this over a little bit. All right. And then in the evenings, it was back to being cool again, so just very, very pleasant. Very pleasant. Okay. Scissors. All right. So we're going to cut this off here. Hopefully. Don't need that scrap. All right. And then I'm going to put this here, I do believe. Let's put that away. Now, again, I might do something up here at a later time, right? I'm not going to do that right now because, you know, I just want to get this in here. I mean, of course, I could have gotten another piece of that and glued it right on top, which, you know what? Let's just do that. Just to make the whole thing. Now, what I'm going to do here is I will go ahead and, you know, glue it like this. Yeah. And then cut it. Okay. So let's do that right quick. And we'll see how that works out. Just so the whole page is covered. And let me tell you, like, I had not, when we were deciding to go on this trip, and, you know, we were in a posh, you know, hotel, and she just booked so many nice things for us. And, you know, it was funny. She was like, well, I don't know. Do you think that's okay? And I'm like, look here, honey. I've had a heck of a last 2 years. All right. I said, I haven't been on vacation in, I mean, now this, let me see if I can scooch this over some. There. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't been on vacation in like, I don't even know, 3 years, I think. I mean, some people never go on vacation. I should feel very blessed, and I do. But yeah, before my diagnosis, you know, we weren't going on many trips, or since my diagnosis, you know, we hadn't been going on very many trips at all. So, anyway, so there's that. Okay, I feel better about that. Oh, I need to, these are our Wormslow things. So where am I going to put this? You know, I might just staple it. No. Okay. We'll just staple it here. Sure. That's fine. And I'm just going to put one. So there's that. Okay. Now this, oh, let's get into frame here, make sure. All right. Let us pick, oh man, I hate that. Now I have glue underneath my fingernail, which I do not enjoy at all. All right. What are we doing here? Okay, we're tipping this in. All right. Now I could do something up here. I could put washi tape. There are a lot of different things I could do, but I'm not really sure what I plan on doing, so I'm just leaving it for now. I am using fall washi tape that I got from Amazon, and it's just willy-nilly. I've said it before, I don't really, you know, care if things match, go together, whatever. I just, you know, try to use what's kind of in front of me. So, all right, I'm trying to get this a little straight-ish. Come on now. This is a weird angle for me. Oh, golly. Okay, because I want to, you know, still stay in frame for y'all, but then I've got to try to figure this all out. All right. I'll just line it up that way. Okay, that's fine. All right. Like this is like a tealy blue. I don't know how well it shows up in the camera, but and then this of course is blue and I'm using brown, you know. I don't care. I really don't. You know, whenever I purchase something, I purchase it obviously to use, you know. So now, would I go all super willy-nilly and use like this washi tape in, you know, a spring book? No, I would not. I would not be that daring. But I do not mind, you know, using it here. Okay, there's that. Now, this we're going to put on here. Okay. I'm just going to, no, it has a border already, so we don't need to go to any extra lengths. Okay. So we'll do this. So this was really nice. And what I found there that, some of their alcoholic beverages, especially like at a beer garden, it's, oh, and it was like Oktoberfest too, which was really cool. Um, they're like craft, if you know what I mean. I don't know, some of you do or not. I don't drink very much, so they were like craft beverages, and I'm not a fan. So my daughter got something crafty, and then I was just like, no, I'm good with my old standard. And my husband's talking on the phone to I don't know who. Hang on one second. All right, anyway. Okay, so now the next thing we did after we went to the beer garden is we went to um a mead tasting, right? So good. It is again an alcoholic beverage that is made from honey. So I have this here, but let's just take a gander on what else. Okay. And then this night here, we went to this rooftop bar just because at the beginning of um our trip, the hotel gives you like these a certain dollar amount per night that you get. So then you get that amount off your check. Like if you're at a rooftop bar or if you're in one of their cafes or whatever, you can use it there. And so we did use one this night. My daughter said, "Oh, I have one left. I want to use it. I'm not losing that money." So we went and got, a little cider for our um, trip back to our room before we did that. Okay. Now, that evening as well, we went to a beautiful, beautiful restaurant. And my daughter, she really, really wanted me to experience this, and it was so sweet. She took me to it's called Repeal 33, and she wanted me to try a chef's tasting, which is like a 5-course meal. No, it's one, two, three, four, five, six, and your main. Right. So it's like 5 courses, then your main, and then dessert. And dessert we opted to take home because it was getting a little late and we had had a very long day. Excuse me. But it was just beautiful. So this I think I want to write about in here. And then this topped off our night, right? Um, no, I don't want it like that though. I want it like this, I think. But I'm wondering, let me think here. Because I'm gonna have to tip this in. Now, granted, I don't know that I can go crazy and put. I guess I can. Doesn't matter. I'm just thinking because this is purple, but um, I don't know. What do I do? What do I do? Because all right, I'm just thinking. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do want to write about because when we got back, we went up to the rooftop bar. It's so gorgeous up there, so beautiful. And then um we went and had dessert in bed and watched a cheesy movie, right? So I do want to write about that. Now, what do I do here though? Like what can I put here? Because I think this is going to get tipped in this way. This is going to go here and I can put something up there, or it could even go like that, and then I could write about it down here. That's fine too. And then I need something here. Well, I don't really need to write about it. I don't know. No, I'm going to write about it, but I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to write about it here or here, right? Um, hmm. And then if I am going to write about it, what I'm going to put here to write about it, right? Okay, let us see here. Let us see. Um, one moment, please. I'm just looking for a quick little, maybe this one. I don't know if this will fit or not, but Yeah, sure. I'll just take some off the sides and off the bottom and the top, and it'll work perfectly fine. All right. So we're going to go like this first. The name of the game is making it all work, right? Do whatever you got to do to make it work. That's what we do in life, is it not? Well, that's at least what I try to do in my life. So I really wonder who my husband was talking to. We had our eye appointments yesterday. Oh my goodness gracious. Can I just tell you that my eyes were dilated for quite the while? I don't know. Anyway, all is well in that area, so that's nice. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I'll move it over this way a little bit, and then I still need to cut a little bit off the top and the bottom. Okay, so we shall go like that. Oh, I just can't get over how much fun we had. It really, really was so much fun. Because she and I, we kind of, we like to stay busy. We like to, do things, get out and do things. I do say that I am a homebody, and I mean, to be fair, that is where I want to be. Oops, sorry, I hit my microphone. Yeah, that is typically where I do want to be, is at home. However, when I have a chance to spend with my kids, you know, it's just, there's such a blessing in that. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yep. And I love her to pieces. And it was just so much fun. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do it again. We might, we were talking about wanting to do something like this. Let me hold my breath here for a moment, okay? While I get this on here. Whoops. Kind of straightish. Sort of straightish. Good enough. All right. So there's that. Okay. Now, this is going to go here. Okay. This is going to go here. Okay. So we're going to put this on. Lots of ins and outs of this, huh? Oh my goodness. All right. We're just going to use pumpkins, folks. Yeah. Is what it is, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not to me anyway. Do you guys, oh, speaking of Halloween, of course, you guys would have already celebrated Halloween if you celebrate. I think I want this to go about there. Oh, geez. All right. Yeah, you guys would have already celebrated. Did you guys do jack-o'-lanterns? I don't know that now, when I was a kid, we did them. But when my kids were little, because we did not celebrate Halloween, we did not, therefore, make jack-o'-lanterns, carve pumpkins. We might have done it one time just so the kids could like kind of have the experience, but where did that go? Here it is. Yeah, but generally speaking, we did not. And so we went over last night because my son and his wife wanted to carve pumpkins. They have, oh my goodness, his wife really goes out for Halloween. So she oh my gosh, they have this huge, like, I don't even know how tall it is. It's like some 7 feet or something tall, like werewolf or something, like animatronic werewolf that they got. It's crazy. But anyway, they were doing their pumpkins last night, so they wanted us to come and help them with the babe, so we did. Okay, now this right here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. There are a couple of things that I can do. I could make this actually into a pocket. I don't know that I need that. I'm just saying. Because this picture and this dinner is going to go here. However, What I also need is, see, I think that this was going to go round about here. This is going to go here because I need, this goes somewhere else because I need space to put this. Okay, so because after our, I want to put it like this. Yeah. Let's just see if this will work out. Okay, we did some mead tasting, right? So this is going to go get glued on like this. Okay, then I have the little business card down here, which I'm going to put on as a tuck spot. And then we can put our little, check off list or whatever. And then I also have the picture of, us, right? Okay. So we're going to see how we're going to do that. All right, shall we? So this is going to have to go here and tipped in. Now I just want to make sure that all these tips are going to work out. Do I care if they match or go? No, I do not. Okay, so this will go like this. This will go like this. That'll be on the back of that. This will be about our dinner. Okay. Now, I think that I can go ahead and just glue this in. And I think that is what I'm going to do. Just, I think. Oh gosh, such a decision, right? No, you know what? I am going to make it a pocket. It's going to go clear. What I'm going to do, in other words, is I'm going to glue it right here and right here, just in case. Okay. In case I find something else and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to put that there or whatever. Then yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cause nothing would stink more, right? Than to be like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, you know what I have to do? Okay. This is the perfect thing. This is a coaster that we got, right? That's what I'll put in the pocket because my daughter was more freaked out than I was, but I don't know if I told you this story, but we get into our room that night, and the previous 2 nights we had kind of been in our room a little bit early, I would say, and then my daughter had put like the no, like the privacy, like don't come in, whatever that's called. Okay, now let me see. Let me hold my breath here. Okay. All right. We're just going to hold this here while I finish my story. All right. And so that particular night, we got home, or this particular night, we got home late, because it was well after dinner time, and it was dark and all that jazz. And so we get into the room and it's like, we didn't leave any lights on, yet there were lights on. There was this coaster next to my bed with a glass and a bottle of water. The bed was turned down. My black pillow, the decorative pillow I was using to prop up my back, was not on the bed. My daughter's like, did you turn on that light? I'm like, no. She says, where'd the water come from? I said, I don't know. And she's like, and I said, look, the bed's turned down and where's my black pillow? And so we must have spent like, I don't even know, 5 to 10 minutes trying to figure this out. And she was just really concerned about that little black pillow for me. She's so sweet. She's like, well, I know you want to use the pillow. So then she found it. They had shoved it in the closet. They're like, yeah, they hid the pillow in the closet. And so, oh my goodness. Um, so anyway, which if I had thought a moment, the hotel, see, this can go in here. And hang on, let me finish that thought. So the hotel has a turn down service, right? Which is not uncommon. I was like, babe, they came in here and they turned down the bed for us. It was just really funny. Anyway, this thing right here, because this pocket, see, it goes clear through. Now, what I'll do as a stopper is I will put some kind of ribbon or something on here so that I know this is a pull out. So that'll be a fun little thing to do. Yeah. So super funny. The turn down, the mysterious turn down mystery, or the turn down mystery. Oh, it was funny. Okay. Now to do this, I don't know how I want to do this yet. Um, do I just want it like that? Possibly. Let's just do it and not just keep talking about it, huh? All right. Yeah, but that was really funny. And it was our last night there, we wanted to get all the things in. And, I think we did a pretty good job of packing everything in, I really do. Even though, there were times when we needed to rest or that one time that we couldn't go on the bar crawl, but it's okay. We all have to listen to our bodies and do what they say. Otherwise, you're likely to crash and burn, and that's no fun. Whoops. Let's put it right side up, shall we? Where am I putting this? I guess like so. Okay, beautiful. And you guys, yeah, okay, good. All right, so there's that. Now onto this, all right? Now, I want to put this here somehow. This I'm going to have to figure out, okay? This and this, but you get the gist of it. I'm going to have some kind of writing or something, right? So this I might save for a later time and not do it right now because I just really want to get the main part of it finished, right? So this Save the Bees, so stinking cute. All right, first thing we got to do is put this on here. And I think I'm just going to use tape, honestly. No reason why I need to use anything else. So, oh my goodness. This was very interesting, right? Because it's it's hard to explain. Mead, if you've never had it, like I said, is an alcoholic beverage that is made from honey. I don't. I mean, I'm sure they told us the process. I could not tell you. But anyway, it's very interesting, and it's kind almost like a cross between what's it called? Like beer, and wine. Okay. Mm, but not, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. Anyway, it's very tasty. You can taste all the little notes of every little thing. And you would think, like, for me, like my daughter and myself, we are not huge fans of wine unless it's like super sweet wine. Um, anyway, let's see. How am I going to put this? So this is going to go here, which means this is going to go here. Okay. Uh, So yeah, so my daughter, after we had tasted them and said, "Oh yeah, I like this," or "Oh no, I don't like that," or whatever the case was. Now I need to cut this off a little bit. Um, she was like, that's really it tastes like what wine ought to taste like. Because I am not a fan of wine at all. Like, well, and like I said, unless it's like super sweet. Otherwise, no, not having it. Okay. Now this can go down here, and I do believe, no, we're going this way. Okay. We're going this way. All right. So this is going to go here, and then we need this. So I'm wondering if I might not even, yeah, I'm just going to staple that on there, guys. Yep. All right. So now this needs this. In fact, you know what I'm going to do first, however, is I think I'm going to tip it in, okay? So I don't get stuff messed up or, all right. And what we'll use for this one is these again, these sunflowers, because it does have flowers on there. So if I get the chance to kind of, do something that is, a little more matchy kind of thing, not that it really matters to me, but if I do get the chance, then why not? Um, yeah, it was just really cool. I'm super glad we did it. We had a great time. Um, and they just give you little servings, little tastings. That's all. It's not like you're having a full on beverage. You know what I mean? We didn't even have beverages let me move this, at dinner, you know? Um, I think that's even enough. Not really. All right, that's good enough. All right, so now this is going to go into here like so. Oh, I'm loving how this is turning out. I really am. I hope you're enjoying it as well. I know it's like forever. I'm really sorry. These things take a long while, you know? I have to say they do. I just yep. Okay, see, yeah, this is gonna go well into an hour. Oy, oy, oy. All right, so this is gonna go that way. And then after this page, I have one more day of the trip to finish, right? Yeah, I still have to finish the trip. And I have not, I have only started a very small amount of like the rest of my journaling. Yeah, yikes. Oh well, like what can you do, you know? Just can't worry about it or anything. It is what it is, you know? I mean, I'll get my journaling done. It's not going to be that big of a deal. All right, so you know what? Maybe I could just do this here. No, I think I'm just going to do it there. Yeah, why not? And like I said, I think I'm just going to staple it in again. Well, why not? You can't see what's on these, you know, thing anyway. So yeah, that's fine. So why not, right? Just get it on there. Okay. Now, here's the business card. Not that I need her business card, but it has the logo and whatnot. And then it gives us a really nice tuck spot, right? Okay, so I need this side. This is just a way to show you guys as well what I do, you know, or how you can document a trip, you know. I'll be honest with you, when I see people doing certain you know, spreads and stuff like that, I have to be honest, like there are people that come from a background of scrapbooking that have like a lot of extra bits or a lot of stickers or a lot of ephemera bits and chipboard pieces and words and all that kind of stuff, you know. I don't come from a scrapbooking background at all. So I don't really have any of that stuff. So I got to use what I have, you know what I mean? And so I don't have like a sticker pack or a scrapbook pack for trips, you know? Um, I mean, I have, you know, like picked up some things at Dollar Tree in the past, but generally speaking, yeah, I don't have that kind of stuff that like kind of goes along with, you know, going on a vacation or whatever. So I like to use, do I need both of these? I don't think so. Yeah, so there's my little mead tasting thing. There's an extra one. Okay, so this is anyway, my whole point was that that is one of the reasons why I collect so much stuff along when we're going on a trip or something, because that is what I use to decorate my book, because I don't have, and I'm not going to purchase, I don't have like that particular special like ephemera or whatever, you know. So this is mine, and you know, I put what I liked and what I didn't like, and it was super cool. And my kids learned about mead back when we were learning about the Vikings, so yeah, it was really cool. So this goes this way. I do not at all care about this sticking up or it not, you know, like it's saying Kodak on the back. I don't care. What I do care about is these things need to be squeezed down or they're going to get caught on my finger like they just did. Okay, so there's that. All right, now let's just see so far. Okay, we have this, our breakfast. This is our Wormslow walk. When we got back, I'll write about Wormslow in here. This is where we were just people watching. Um, so this all gets folded this way. Then this is our B thing where we did the mead tasting. Then this is going to be our dinner, which I am going to do that at a later time. And then this is going to be our evening, you know, at the Myrtle and Rose rooftop bar, how we just wanted to use up the, you know, whatever it was that she got. Um, yeah, and how we just took our drinks up to our room, and we snuggled into bed and watched a silly movie. And then this right here will be about how we had, discovering the mysterious, turn down service. So yeah, okay. And also got this one day too when we were gone. So I don't know where I'll put this, but I have it. These also were like, I might turn these into little tags, or you know what? I might just put that on here. I could even ripple them and sew them down and just put that right there. That's what I'm going to do probably. So make sure you come back, at a later time, probably in a few months, I will have to say, if you want to see these pages completely, finished. Hopefully they will be by then. But yeah, it's so much fun doing these. Oh my heavens to Betsy. I love the way that this is turning out. So yeah, all the flips, the flaps, all the fun stuff that we did. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I just have to come in here, figure out how I'm going to do the writing portion of it, and then go from there. Right. And then all this fun stuff. Okay. And then the next one is going to be this page where we went to see the capybaras. So yeah, I might have to print another one of these off and make it smaller. And then we went to Bucky's and I have the capybara thing. And then, once we got home, yeah. So see my sweet husband, he was so kind. He had gone to the store to restock stuff. He had bought me my favorite flowers. He washed the dog. He vacuumed and mopped. All the laundry was done. I mean, he's just such a great husband. So, yeah, it was really nice coming home to that. So, yeah, so there you go. I'm loving this so much. And I hope you enjoy that as much as I enjoyed it. Yeah, I love doing pages like this for you guys, or any page really. So, if you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button, especially so you can go back and look at the flip throughs and other Journal with Me videos that I've done. I hope this gave you some ideas, some inspiration into how to document your little trips or 4-day weekends or even a day trip, how to collect things if you don't have, you know, uh, other types of ephemera. It's so easy just to everywhere you go, just collect something. Now, these things here I print out, but collect a brochure, collect a bag, use a bag, collect uh, a postcard, a business card, a brochure, there's so many things to pick up along your way. So yeah, I encourage you to do that. And I will tell you that I really appreciate that you choose to spend your time with me, folks. Yes, I really do. I know, trust me, I know how precious time is. And yeah, so it really is very special to me that you all choose to spend your time with me. So I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful week. I really hope everything was in frame. Thanks for sticking it out. And I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.